Papa. The time is now.
NUFC Undisputed
with Chris the American Man and Derek the Mighty Win. NUFC Talk Radio, the voice of the Toon Army.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to NUFC Talk. We are live. Sorry about being late, but we managed to get live anyway. So welcome, one and all. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Become a member if you can. We're trying to working on doing things different for members this year, so things might change. Might get any news tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. But stay tuned. Become a member of the NTTV Plus tier, at least. NTTV Plus tier. Help the channel out and enjoy exclusive content. And subscribe. Smash the like button, of course. But most importantly, now you can call us and have your say today. React to what happened yesterday at St. James's Park. 0191-916-8864. Call us now and have your say, ladies and gents. The day after a good result, no complaints there. And yeah, we gotta move on. We got leads on Wednesday, but there might be things to discuss from last night's performance. Mighty Win, how are you?
I'm always good, as you know. After a win, always good till the next match.
Find out, waking up, that Amarim has been sacked. Lordy, oh lordy, boy, oh boy, my oh my. The one, so you can't use that argument no more that they won't sack him just because he's got good results. You see, so you gotta choose. You gotta get another result. You gotta get another argument now. Win, but
hang on. Why have I got to get? What have I said about Amarim?
You said that he was an example as to why people wanted to sack him. And the club didn't sack him. The club backed him, and there you go. You see what happened. You see what happens.
See what happens when the crowd turns.
You get a couple of good results. You get a couple of good results, and doesn't matter. You're still gone. The crowd you're talking about.
Yeah,
the crowd.
I wonder who they've got. Do you think they've got somebody lined up?
You would assume so, or not. To be honest, or not. Or not. It doesn't seem like Man United are that type of.
That's the other thing. I haven't heard who's imminent to go in.
They make the move and they think about it later. It seems like at times, as well as Chelsea. So there you go. Look at that. If you're an 80 devout supporter, then you might be scared that Man United or Chelsea might come in for him. Don't you?
Well, what I'm thinking is they're looking there now. They are sitting in 5th and 6th, and they can see us rolling up behind them. And either or both are going to be replaced by the mighty Toon and Eddie Howe when we get there. Prove that we're wangers. So there you go. And they made me think, wait, we're going to put a stop to that, which they've tried to do with everything Newcastle have tried to do since the takeover.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. Interesting situation. Listen, I thought it was fake because this happened before, and I remember it clearly. I thought it was fake, and it was going around. It wouldn't be the first time that things from the past make a go around again, and they seem like they just happen, and to get a reaction out of certain folks. On a positive note, one of the clips that goes around all the time, every time something happens, is the takeover clip, where you see the same guy with the purple hoodie jumping up and down along many other Newcastle fans celebrating, throwing drinks in the air, and they in some fan accounts or parody accounts throw the same clip to use it for any reason. Like they might use it for you saying Mighty when celebrating the Burnley game, and they throw the clip around and all of that. So that's in a parody way, in a laughing manner. But one of the situations that happened yesterday was for Joe Willock. He got some terrible racist messages to his personal Instagram, I think, and which, by the way, if I were to read that, and I did read it, it doesn't even look like it doesn't even seem like a Newcastle fan, or even it almost seems like it's such a generic way of speaking. But regardless, somebody sent that with ill intent. So just stupid. Is just idiotic. And if you ain't got better time in your life than sit in your mama's basement with cookie crumbs in your stomach, go out there and get a job, man. Go out there and get a job. Do something for your life instead of sitting there behind a keyboard sending messages to players. And thank goodness that Joe Willock is a man of Christ, and he just wish him to find God. But it's just incredible, But there are people like that in this world, and it is what it is. But we just denounce any of that nonsense. We're not going to show it or anything like that, because that's exactly what they want. They want publicity. But there you go. Just thoughts and for Joe, and he missed a sitter. They ain't got nothing to do. It doesn't warrant any of the abuse that he got last night. So and they said don't have basements in the UK. It was you're still sitting in your mama's house with no rent, eating cookies, and getting fat. And so move. Well, Mighty Wayne is living in his mama's house, but he doesn't eat. He doesn't eat anything. He just drinks all day. But at least be like him. Don't be an idiot. We got Mick Bingley on the line. Mick, how are you, mate?
I'm all right, Chris. Wayne, Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year, bunny lad.
Happy New Year, buddy.
You know what it is? I'm actually on my way up to Aberdeen in the truck, and I've never seen snow like this. It is absolutely horrendous.
We are knackered.
Oh,
knackered.
Oh, we're knackered. We're knackered.
Good luck on that A9 then.
Man,
I'm trying.
I wish we get some snow, man. We don't get some snow. We don't get snow here, man. It's criminal, man.
Chris,
I love
this is as far north you can go on the east of the coast, Aberdeen, and there must be. I don't know. I'm looking on the side of the road. There must be 4 feet of snow on the side of the road.
4 or 5 feet, did you say?
But never mind. What are you? On the side of the road when it's about 4 or 5 foot, like high, like, and
wow.
The snow plows is out, like. But I'm just going up here. I'm going to tip this salt, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm back down.
Well, good luck with that.
Man, unbelievable.
I'll try my best. Anyway, what did you lads think of the game yesterday?
Well, I think, it was...
more importantly, what did you think of the game yesterday?
Well, to be quite honest, Wayne, it wasn't the prettiest of games. I think Newcastle were the better team by a mile. And at the end of the day, 1-2-0, we've got a clean sheet. That's 2 in a row. Bring it on. Bruno, a little bit cagey first half. That was it. Ozzy Deegan's and pops a goal in, and things changed. Lewis Miley, what can you say about that kid? Like, he's gonna be world class. Yeah.
No,
Bruno done the super cape yesterday again. Bruno to the rescue.
Did he, Yeah. Well, he did, He did win, A nice little touch when his head then. That was him, and then, like I say, it wasn't the prettiest games. Hey, did I hear Chris saying Almiron's been sacked, has he?
Yes.
Amorim has been sacked for Man United. Gary says says apparently because of his post-match comments. Well, what you can put that with somebody else's post-match comments. That could be a sack as well. But again, Eddie Howe.
I've never heard anything today about
Eddie Howe,
to be honest.
I guess did they do it in the morning, or is per usual, or did they do it after the game? I didn't got a clue. I haven't watched anything.
All right. Okay.
Breaking news, Chris, in Missouri, USA. I hadn't seen anything about it until you brought it up, but I'm just checking it out now, of course.
Oh yeah, he's well and truly knackered. 10 a.m. sacking, so that's a proper sacking. That's a proper sacking. Sacked in the morning, baby. That you know how that goes.
Yeah,
that's a proper sacking.
Well, what do you reckon? No win. Eddie Howe at Chelsea. Now what's happening now? Is he gonna get him on you, or what do you think?
I think Eddie's here
I
for
tell you-
life.
Yeah, okay, get out of here. Win. Come on, man. You're taking the he's taking the mick out of us. Literally, he's taking the mick out of us.
Chris, is he
Yeah.
smoking them Jamaican wood beans again?
Yeah, man. He's on another level.
Jamaican
man, of
wood
ganja.
beans.
He's on another level of ganja, man. It's incredible, man. Come on, man.
My God.
Staying here forever, man.
Well, at the end of the day, looking forward to the game on Wednesday. It'll be, Leeds is coming up on the up again, so it should be a good game, but 3 points, hopefully we'll take 3 points from them with a bit of luck. Fingers crossed.
The first one's ticked off. Well, the first two's ticked
Second
off
one.
now.
The second one.
Yeah. And we need another 3 on the trot.
Yeah,
And we're
he's starting
laughing.
the another game. And laughing, I don't know about
Hope
that.
so, win. I hope so, man.
We're getting
Hope so,
back.
win.
We're getting those trying to get those points back.
My only slight worry is that that we might prioritise the Prem at the expense of Bournemouth on Saturday.
And that's who's.
I don't know, Wayne. Wayne, at the end of the day, now we've got a good bench now. I was a bit worried there the other week there, but you've got Livramento coming back, you've got Botman coming back, you've got Crean and Trippier there. It's all right. But I tell you what, I must say, that Willock, how did he miss that goal yesterday? How did he miss that? It's easier to score.
I ain't got a clue, man. That was criminal, that was criminal, man. I don't know.
I could have scored that.
Oh,
I could've
easy,
scored that,
man,
like.
easy. No doubt about it. But you
Terrible.
wonder if you were in a situation where you needed.
You know what went through? You know what went through my mind, don't you? Palace are interested in buying him. Remember, Chopra missing against us. And if he's thinking about going to Palace, it wouldn't be a good place to go when you just scored against them, would it?
What happened to Liverpool yesterday? It was like in 96 minutes, they were 2-1, and then within a minute, Fulham come back and equalised. I think he's going to be the next boy that's going to walk, because they're not happy. I've been looking on social media today that Scousers are not happy,
Well, it's on the cards because that's his team now. We're talking about how much we spent in this.
It is.
Well, look how much he spent.
Much as he spent.
And that was on top of it.
Chris,
That was on the
win.
title-winning team.
Listen, lads, I'm going to let you go and let somebody else get it, because I'm going to try and concentrate on this road, because it's getting a bit bad at the minute,
All right, man.
Good for you.
Have a
Be
good one, man.
safe. Be
Call
safe,
us again.
mate.
Let us know to let us know you're made it
go.
good. See you, mate. Bye. That was Mick Bingley calling. Oh, they're from Aberdeen. I guess all the way up north. I didn't have a
Well,
clue.
he's it's north. It's between Edinburgh and Aberdeen. So past the end of the
that's
year
insane.
one.
That's insane. Also known as Granite City.
Yeah,
There you go.
4 to 5 feet of snow. He's saying either side of the.
Oh, that's it over here. That's sometimes I wish I lived in New York, man. New York is criminal, man. Chicago, I mean, all those places. Minnesota, oh my God, they get like 20 feet of snow. Can't get out the house. Call in to work.
Well,
That'd
the
be lovely.
fellow who lived in Boston was saying Boston.
They get some snow.
Boston Metropolitan Council have. Did he say it was a £8 billion annual snow clearing budget? So that's how much it costs them to keep Boston roads open.
I wonder how snowy it is on John O'Groats.
John
All the
O'Groats,
way,
that's
all
it.
the way at the tip of Scotland.
Yeah.
Unless you count the. Hey, there's a place called Twat. That's my place to go. I like that, man. I loves that, man. There's a place on this little Orkney Island.
Double T.
There's a place called Twat. Oh man, that is lovely.
Proves
man.
that we're wangers.
That's lovely. We gotta go up there, win, and surely it's a good drive up there. You know, take nothing but what 2 hours to go from Newcastle to Twat.
No, to go to Twat, you're talking about 8 hours.
Nah, man, come on, man.
I'm telling you.
Need chance. The mayor of Twat. There you go.
It's nearly 4 hours to Aberdeen from here.
Oh boy, call us now, folks.
That's without 5 foot of snow on the road.
Call us now and have your say. 0191-916-8864. Make us calling us. Call us now and tell us what you think about last night's game and where we're going. Like I said,
we know where we're going. Up the Premier League we go.
Yeah, okay, man. So
you see, you just cannot get excited, can you?
Why would I get excited over that? Up the Premier League we go. Why? Why are you trying to make me negative and make you are literally, man, being deluded. Up the Premier League we go. You're starting to sing something when a team has been like this all season, and now we have to get the points we have to get. It's mandatory. It's a responsibility that we have to acquire these 9 points, and then we're gonna get to see what happens after that.
And then
we are doing what we are doing, but there's a reason why we have to beat Leeds, Burnley, and Crystal Palace because of where we went, of what happened this season. Of what happened this season. No. Of what happened this season, because you could get away with the draw. I agree with you that they would be must wins anyway, but it's not a must win. Like now we have to get these points. But why do I have to be celebrating? Why do I have to be up the Premier League? We go. Why do we have to do all of that right now? Why? We're 9 still, man. We're mid-table.
That's what football's about, man. Passion.
We're still mid-table. What do you want me to be passionate at 7 a.m. in the U.S. right now? When people are getting up ready to go to work, man. I don't understand it. Life goes on, man. Life goes on. Tony T calling us now. Good morning, Tony. Or good afternoon, actually.
Good morning. Well, whatever it is, yeah. Hello, what's your name?
What's your name? Win.
I'm blank. So real quick, have our reviews changed your mind on Joe Linton's performance now from yesterday?
I watched the game yesterday over again in my living room, and I think he played better than I gave him credit for. This man of the match, all these adjectives that he uses are.
So I don't know about yourself, but I've gone, I'll go through a couple of other rival YouTube channels. I won't mention them. I don't want to give them too much credit. And like BBC, the rating system, and the general consensus did seem to be he was in the top 3 performers.
Yeah, I think he played better than I gave him credit yesterday. So.
And by the way,
would you go as high as that? By the way, sorry, Wayne, just hang on a sec. Would you agree with at least that consensus, Chris, or would you not even put him in the top 4?
Top 4?
Top 3. Sorry, performances yesterday.
Well, it could be interesting. We can look at it. I mean, actually, I thought Tonali played better than I gave him credit to as well yesterday. And I thought Bruno was, would play decent, play good. But this again, I hold my reservations with adjectives, man. I think you need to use them properly, and just because they're our players doesn't mean you need to just throw them out there for no reason.
But did you hear what I said yesterday, Toon? Yeah, I said that our steadfast, what you would call our standard midfield 3, Tonali, Bruno, and J7. That's the best game they've played their all season, I thought. Collectively, because I thought.
Because I did hear you say about some of the things they were, some of the passes and so on and so forth. Like I think was it Tonali who passed it through to Wiss, who pretty much kicked it straight at the keeper and that.
Yeah.
It was like, when I watched the highlights, at least it's like so they seem to have a little bit more cutting edge to them, which is.
Tonali took one ball from Mateta that was. Mateta's a big lad, He guarded that ball really well, swept it out, and kept going forward. That was pretty decent.
But I do wonder with Win, because obviously I don't sort of jump on the hype train after. Are you sort of looking at it through sort of how bad they played that, because it was such an improvement since from previous results?
Yeah.
Would you say they were anywhere near the best Win, or would you say they were still quite?
No, they were still short
a bit
of their best.
far off it.
So why don't we why don't we leave the adjectives until they play amazing then? Because there's no words then to describe them when they play at their best. What else? What words could you describe them? As that's why you save those words until they play amazing.
Until they play better,
So,
and then they become the best they've played this season.
Are either of you even slightly concerned about the Leeds game? Because they're like unbeaten in 6 or 5 or whatever it is.
Well, not really. They're going to come to St. James's Park. I don't fear Leeds. I mean, they are playing.
If all we have to worry about is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who 99% of our fans poo-pooed and booed, put him anywhere near. If he's all we've got to worry about, surely we shouldn't have a problem.
As you know, Win, that's not kind of how football works.
Exactly.
Because I actually did want him. I thought that would be a great person, because I expect him to be sort of a Callum Wilson sort of role. I hoped he wasn't going to be as injured as Callum Wilson, but, someone who could come on if we needed.
The thing about it is, because I want to answer your question about, because the consensus was that he would be 3rd or 4th best player, Joe Linton I'm talking about. And I'm looking at each individual player, and I would probably, let me see, I would have Miley and Chow above him, no doubt about it. I would have Bruno above him, simply because score, and that was important. Not simply because, I think he played better overall as a midfielder. Shaw probably had a better game as well. And other than that, but you can put Joe Linton for Shaw, or put him 4th or 5th. There you go. That's my consensus. Murphy wasn't better. Would you agree with that, Win, or are you not having that?
Well, I had GS7 as my man of the match, and I was kind of unhappy is the wrong word. I was reticent about dishing out the praise to Miley that everybody was dishing out. Now, since then, the stats have come out, 100% passing accuracy and all that. Listen, I've done the same as Chris. I've watched the game several times now, and Miley had a better game than I thought. By the way, I still thought he had a good game, which I said. I just didn't think he was this stellar performer. And like I say,
this is why even when I'm listening to it, I try not to just go off. You're obviously going off what you're seeing, whereas I'm only going off what I'm hearing. But Gary and Bulky obviously had already kind of decided the midfield, because they kept on suggesting there was a lot of giveaways in midfield. So they seem to have already decided the midfield weren't up to scratch. Whereas obviously, from what you're saying, certain midfielders were in, some of the better players on the pitch.
Yeah. Well, what I would say about that is that it's human nature, right? Every single fan is guilty of it. You have players that you like and players that you don't like. The players that you don't like, all you're looking for is the mistakes. The players that you do like, all you look for is what they do well. You don't take into account the good that the players you don't like do and the bad that the players you do like do. And that is human nature. That's what being a football fan is all about.
You got to speak for yourself. I don't do it that way. I criticized Tonali yesterday. No, I don't. I love Tonali, but I criticized him yesterday, for example. I said
but you then not think people then just do that, not even just with people you do and don't like, generally looking at, but I think people are doing that a little bit with Botman. They look at what he did 2 or 3 seasons ago now and still think he's that player, when 100%. I didn't see that when he was playing this season.
No, I agree with that as well, and I've said so.
They do it all the time.
He's a Rolls Royce.
That's where I'm in camp Win, because I agree with Win on that one, whereas I think you originally, Chris,
I get slaughtered for it.
I think possibly.
No, I never. Many times I've said here and says I don't have.
I'm more talking about this season when, before the Brighton game, I think you were very much wanted Botman over Byrne.
No, I actually I can't remember exactly what game, but I've been consistently saying that it's nothing that I would try to waste energy arguing about whether Botman or Byrne. I've said that many times. Put either or, I don't care. I always say Burn at left back is not an option. It's not an option. And this is my biggest concern now, right? Dominic Skerr, supposed to be a journalist, says mad how Newcastle have the 3 best young fullbacks in the Premier League. And this is my biggest worry now. Because now we're starting to say Louis Miley is a fullback. He is one of the best in the world. He's going to be in the World Cup and all this absolute rubbish that we get. Same thing when Byrne was playing left back and, all of that nonsense came about. That's exactly why I tell folks, do not get carried away. Already starting to happen. He is not a fullback.
See, I'm more sort of seeing
he doesn't even play like a fullback.
Like our version of James Milner, a sort of everywhere man. He will fit, he will do a job wherever you put him type thing.
Well, I certainly agree with that, but do we want to stifle his career? I mean, I'm saying stifle his career. It's something that a lot of managers like, players who are versatile.
So with that then, Win, do you think if I'm sort of the opinion if you play and you're improving, where, are you then saying if we're not playing him in the right position, he won't be doing that?
Long term for me, Miley is a number 6. He's a midfielder. Miley for me is a Declan Rice. He's a box-to-box, Brian Robson type player because he's got the lot. And what I would say is by playing him at right back at the minute, you are certainly honing his defensive capabilities. And then when you play him right midfield, you're honing his attacking capabilities. So that's great as far as his progression is concerned, which is what I was saying yesterday. Let's just quit hiring all the praise on him, putting him under pressure. Let's just let him develop, because what's developing so far is developing very, very nicely.
So I don't want to take too. I want to wrap things up now. But, what do you call it? I can't remember if it was Chris or somebody else said he was basically playing as a midfielder yesterday, and then was going back as and when needed. Swear someone said something like that yesterday.
I did. The way he plays is he does midfield work. He's not he doesn't do fullback work. He doesn't run up and down nonstop. He doesn't have the pace for it, to be fair. So he's another midfielder. It just happens to work, but we've seen this movie way too many times, man. Come on, we've seen it on the left way too many times, and we don't need to put ourselves in that. We don't need. First of all, we don't need to be fixated, and that's the thing. And plus, we got Livramento. When Livramento's healthy, what are you going to do? Not play Livramento? What's going to be the solution there? You're going to put Miley on the bench again when he should be playing. So either you're going to play with 4 midfielders or you're going to take one of the 3 out. You don't just
play Miley, because if you're saying Tonali and that were closer to where they should be, you wouldn't drop any of the midfield 3 for Miley, would you?
Oh, Joe Linton for Miley any day of the week. I don't get fixated on these so-called great performances, man. You put the best team on the pitch.
So you think the best version of Miley is better than the best version of Joe Linton, then?
Yes.
You agree with that, Wayne?
No.
I don't even know what the best version of Joe Linton is. What is that?
Someone who breaks up play a little. That's how I've always thought him, sort of a battering ram in midfield.
We've seen the best version of Joe Linton.
Lewis Miley needs to be starting over Joe Linton. That's it, man. Let's not try to create now positions so we can not take one out and benefit the other.
I don't idolise players not since I was a kid, when I sort of probably did it with Shearer. I don't sort of give it as long as I want the best team playing. I just think maybe Miley might be a bit too similar to Tonali with he's good with his passing range, but I don't know. Sometimes you need a bit of steel in midfield. I think it'd probably be game. Would I play Miley against, I don't know, a Man City? Possibly not. I'd probably prefer a Joe Linton who's going to sort of break up their play, because we probably won't be able to outmatch like a Man City for sort of skill. So you need someone who's just going to get in the face, do you not?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's horses for courses, as you've just said there, and you know, let's just. I just want to say, Miley develop.
Here's the thing: if you really want to play both, Joe Linton and Miley, then you need to change the way you play. You gotta have something's got to give, man.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. So
Why
you're
did-
talking about play? So you're gonna play Miley right back then?
No.
Is that what you're
I mean,
saying?
the only other option is play three at the back and,
So what are you saying then?
5 in midfield.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I would do.
So change the way you're playing. Thank you, man. You just disagreeing with me and then agreeing with me. Change the way you're playing. That's
No,
exactly
I
what we need
wasn't
to do.
agreeing
Play
with
with
you
it.
when you say Miley right back. If we've got Livermento and Hall fully fit, they are our right backs. End of.
That's
Anyway, I
exactly-
could
that's
talk.
exactly what I said.
No, I won't swear. I could talk rubbish all day, but I best let you go. I've got an Iceland delivery coming.
All right, man. So have a good one. Thank you very much
Yes,
indeed.
Tony.
See you, Tony.
No,
See you later,
speak
buddy.
to you later.
Get off on your lap.
Bye, Wim. Bye, Chris. Bye-bye.
Bye. There you go. That was Tony there. Call us now and have your say, folks. 0191168864. Call us and tell us what you think. Should Miley start? Should Miley be playing right back? Should whatever. We need to change our way we're playing if you want to play Joe Linton and Miley. Because you're not going to drop Bruno or Tonali. It's just simple.
Well, as Borky keeps saying, you're not actually dropping.
Yeah, you are dropping.
You're just rotating.
No, that's nonsense, man. I told you already. Rotating is for rotisserie chicken. We're not messing around with this. We need to find the best lineup,
And
put them
play
out there.
And play that same lineup 60, 70 games a season.
No, if somebody needs to come out, somebody's tired. If you make adjustments as you go, you
Well,
don't.
why not be proactive and make those adjustments before you need to make
Because of messing around and thinking of other things, we've gotten to a position where we are now. Because thinking about the next 3 points next week, you lose the 3 points you got in front of you. By the time you get there, you get no points. That's the situation that we're in.
No, we're in the situation we are in now because of the dreadful start we had to the season, and we all know what the reasons were for that.
Yeah, whatever, man. Nobody's believing that nonsense anymore, man.
Well,
only you and your 5 cronies. That's it. Put the best. And by the way, any proper manager of any caliber, or good caliber, would tell you you gotta pay. You gotta give your team time to play with each other, to know each other, to be strong and get strong with each other. You got to play them. How come Bruno plays every match? How come Chow plays every match? How come those really important players play every match?
Well, Bruno
Why?
is a phenomenon. Let's be honest.
No, he is. He's
for
just another regular player. They plays because he's good for the team. That's it.
If you look
Chow
at
plays because he's good for the team.
Bruno's availability record since he came here, it's nothing short of remarkable. I think he's missed
that
two,
point makes
he's missed
that
two
makes
games,
yeah, but that makes no sense.
two
that makes
games
no
through
It's a mute point.
suspension.
It's a mute point. I'm not telling you play hurt players. I'm telling you play the players that are available. So availability is play the players that are available. You've got to play. You got to play Tonali. You got to play Bruno. You got to play Chiao. Right now you got to play Char. I think you need to play Miley. You need to play Barnes.
Again, Barnes. Let's talk about Barnes, your love child.
Ain't no love child. You know what I'm in love with? You know what I'm in love with? The best players, man. That's what I'm in love with.
Yeah. Well, and yet again, Barnes comes off the bench and
you can't come.
and is highly effective.
And again, so you're going to use the argument again. Then once again, Gordon comes off the starting lineup and performs rubbish. So what are we going to do? What are we
rubbish at all?
Yeah, he was rubbish, man. He
wasn't rubbish.
He had one good play on the offside, another good play, and then he's in flames. Come on, man. Again, you're talking about bias. That's the bias right there.
This is your bias, exactly.
No,
what I'm saying is I'm not disputing that Harvey Barnes has done brilliantly.
Better than Gordon.
When he's come off the bench.
He's done better than Gordon, man.
Defense.
He's done better than Gordon.
And when he starts, he's no better than Gordon when he starts.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking? Are you for real, man?
I'm
Come
absolutely
on, man.
for it.
It's incredible the things you say, man. Incredible the things you say. Yesterday, by the way, attacking Anthony Gordon. Aside from that offside goal, which doesn't count, by the way. Of course, there were goals, no shots on target, no shots blocked, 0, zilch. Attacking player.
Yeah.
So there you go. Once
Press,
again,
press,
Gordon
press,
off the
press,
bench. We didn't even press as a team. It doesn't matter if one player presses, man. It doesn't matter. Because if Gordon is pressing nonstop, okay, then Palace, let's go on the left side and go that way because nobody's pressing there. The team wasn't present. We didn't press at all yesterday. We played better than Palace. We didn't, not because of pressing. We were just better than them. And we got the game in the 70th minute. Come on, man. You fixated on these things, man. You press them.
No, there's only
it's
one
insane,
guy
man.
that's fixated on anything here, and that's you.
No, I'm not. I want to play the best players. Simple. Gordon is not one of our best players. He can have a great game once in a while, but that doesn't make him the best player, man. It doesn't make him the best player. Barnes plays more consistently better for Newcastle United. Literally. Come on, win, man. Wake up, man. And it's insane. And again, the conversation, if Miley is going to play, you're going to have to make an adjustment. Because you can't play Livramento. You can't play him over Livramento on the right. That's not even a discussion, man. So
There's Michael in the chat. Barnes over Gordon, but I do take the point. When Barnes starts, he goes missing for some reason. And that is a fact.
But what about the fact that Gordon goes missing?
Again, you see, that's a point. That's
no,
the point.
He does go
Gordon
missing.
doesn't go missing.
He does go missing though.
No, he
That's
doesn't.
the point that you don't want to see.
No.
That's the point that you don't want to see.
The output is, and I always judge a winger on his output.
But apparently not. Apparently not.
His output may not be there, but
apparently
Gordon
not.
never goes missing.
Apparently not.
Always put
apparently,
himself about.
Wouldn't the output be all that matters?
It's
if I were to agree with the nonsense you're saying, wouldn't the output be all that matters?
Yeah.
When
Barnes starts, the output's not there.
What? Oh fucking hell, man! I need to pull out these stats. I want to know, folks, how many goals. I don't even have to look at it. I just know for a fact. How many goals does Barnes have for Newcastle United in or assist starting compared to Gordon? From open play, I'm not talking about scamming left and right. I know the fact because Gordon hasn't scored in open play in 2 years, probably. So it's Harvey Barnes, man. And with such a short amount of games. Come on, man. Let's be honest here. MC John 01, Gordon must bench. Let's be honest. Exactly. It's Boki asks, why was Gordon's and Barnes XA? What the hell is XA now? XA is assist?
Expected this.
Fucking hell, man. All these X's everywhere, man. All my exes live in Texas. That's all I got to know. Chris, that's a dollar in the swear jar for you. I'm telling you, man. Some of these takes are incredible, man. I have never heard somebody saying the manager need to put the best players on the bench so we have a stacked bench, or think about, don't put the best team on in the starting lineup because what happens if we lose this person? What happens if that person? What happens if the piano that falls from the top of the stadium on top of the bench? Then we have no bench players. Ooh, man, all these what ifs and buts, man. Just get it done, man. Just put the best team out there, man. Michael says Walt on Wissa coming in from right. You trying to say to play both together? Walt on Wissa coming in from right.
That's you two up here. Playing them together.
Oh, now you come to that realization?
What do you mean now I've come to that realization? I've been saying it from day one. Walter in
What?
the 10 and Wisser in the 9.
Yeah, but you're saying it's utopia playing them together.
Yeah.
And I've told you Eddie Howe won't play them together ever. And you said we'll see.
Well, not at the minute he won't because we haven't got a third striker.
Yeah, okay, man. Third striker. Now we got to worry about a third striker. Okay.
Of course, we've got to worry about a third striker.
No, we don't, man. If it's the best team and you got to win all the games you need to win, no, it's not. You need to win every game.
Yeah, but they're both not
you
fully fit yet.
Okay.
You know, it was apparent yesterday. Wisser was starting to tire.
Yeah. Premier League starting Barnes, 8 games for Barnes, 3 goals, 0 assists, and that's more. That's 3 more than Gordon has. So there you go.
3 goals,
There you
0
go.
assists when he starts. Now look
and-
at this when he doesn't start. When he comes on as this sub.
Because that's so stupid. Win. Because he comes over as himself more often than he doesn't. So what are you on about, man?
What I'm saying is,
So of course, what is Gordon's stat coming off the bench? Of course, they're going to be worse than, I don't know, actually, which is insane. But they're probably worse than when he starts because he never comes off the bench. Which, by the way, they probably are similar when you don't count penalties, which is insane. Insane to think about. How many goals does Gordon have off the bench than starting? I guarantee you is pretty criminal. It's pretty criminal. Man.
which is exactly why you start Gordon and bring Barnes off the bench.
No.
Yes.
That's so stupid, Win. Think about it, man. Of course Gordon is not good coming off the bench because he barely does. So how are you going to use stats coming off the bench to determine that? Oh, man, it's incredible, man. It's insane. It's insane. It really is. Let me see here. Let me see more comments. Call us now, folks, and have your say. 0191 916 8864. This guy here, Satish says, Chris, why are you all dressed up? Going for a job interview in Manchester or Chelsea? Hey, listen, might as well. Look, I'm already in blue. So I'm always dressed up, man. I dress to impress. You never know when you're going to make a deal. Art of the deal, baby. Always dressed to impress. Mighty Win, knockout with his pink shirt from the 80s. No upgrade on his wardrobe, man.
Clothes do not maketh the
man. Criminal. Did Ramsey come on yesterday? He did, didn't he? Oh, no. He did come on yesterday. I was thinking of Ramsey. Livramento came in the 63rd minute, as well as Ramsey, as well as Barnes. 3 changes, typical 60-minute. Barnes was great on the left wing. The good thing or depends about Barnes is that he's a team player. He's not gonna show his face, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And it seems like to be working for Gordon. Gordon pouts and is petulant, and it works for him. He starts every game. So maybe Barnes needs to do a little something when he comes on, not be happy, throw a bottle of water or something. I can't hear you when you're muted. There you go. Now you got hepatitis, so good deal. There you go. Stop drinking, man. Stop drinking. Jacob Ramsey. I was thinking, how did Ramsey do? Not much of anything. Ramsey, still a lot of time left for him to show his talent. I do have that Joe Willock was hurt, by the way, according to SofaScore, in the 88th minute. He came in the 88th minute. Or no, was it Jacob Murphy that was hurt? Sorry. Yeah,
Jacob Murphy who looked to be holding his arm.
Yeah. So we'll see. And he was actually somewhat in doubt this whole month or so because of something. So I don't know if he...
And this again goes back to the question of, Lewis Hall came off again, and this goes back to should you be playing them if they're not fully fit? Well, needs must when the devil drives. So yeah, we've got no other left back, so Lewis Hall is kind of put there, and noticeable that when Livramento came on, he goes to left back. So, you know, and if you're going to play players, for example, Murphy again, he's been apparently suffering from this knock for, well, weeks now, and still playing because Alanga's not performing. Is it going to do them serious damage in the long run, and you end up in a worse position? It goes back to 2 seasons ago, doesn't it?
Here's my prediction. I think that now Eddie Howe thinks Miley is a right back. And when I say that, that means, you know, the same thing as Dan Burn on the left. He is going to use him now for everything. So I keep voicing that as my biggest concern. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. I think the damage is already done. I think Eddie Howe is already, that's it. We got a new right back. And it's going to be a detriment to Newcastle. Trust me. You better watch.
Well, if Livermento's head's been turned and Man City come in for him and back, we're going to need a right back. And what would be wrong if that was the case with Miley being the right back when we've seen him, how he's performed there and what he gives the team there?
Well, making a decision, thinking about it objectively, is what Eddie Howe should do.
Well, that's exactly.
He's not going to do that.
Appears to be.
No, he's not. No, he's not, because he's going to play. I guarantee he's going to play Miley there now. It's the same thing as.
So you're saying Eddie, if you had a fit Miley and a fit Livramento, he's going to play Miley at right back.
A lot of times he will. A lot of times he will.
Completely.
As a matter of fact.
Land.
Okay, well, it wouldn't be the first time you say that and then you get proven wrong. Just like just now, the whistle with the mother playing with each other, and then you telling me we'll see, it'll happen, and it doesn't happen. So, and now you come to the realization is utopia. So there you go. The point remains. I'm telling you, if Livramento is healthy, he's gonna go on and on and off with Miley. I guarantee you. He's gonna be now the right back in chief. This kid. And it's unfortunate, and it's a travesty. It doesn't matter about him playing good there. That's not his position. I think that players, and I think managers, and some that want to be managers, get into a situation where they like playing, they like to be important. They like to play, you know, they like to be like that video game where you do this, you do that, you do this, you move here, you move that, and then you win, and it's all about you, and it's self-ego. It's a self-ego thing, you know. You made the move, so there you go. You're the one that made this change, and you made them win. I'm not saying necessarily that everybody has an ego, but I think that, you know, Eddie Howe doesn't seem like he is exactly that type of guy, but he might think of that and say that's a solution, that's working, and therefore we're gonna keep doing it. And that to me is gonna be detrimental to Newcastle. I think you agree that it would be. You don't think it's gonna happen, but I think I'm telling you, is going to happen. You're going to see Miley now half and half, midfield, if and when available, and right back all the time. PDK calling us now from Newcastle. PDK, good morning. Oh, good afternoon, actually.
You all right, mate? Lads, how's it going?
Champion.
Doing great, man.
PDK? Or PDK?
PDK, man. PDK. Paul.
PDK. I was going to say garlic bread.
No, man. PDK, man.
Bread.
It stands for Paul Dwayne Keegan.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. What's going on, man? It's been a while since we talked to you.
Hey, you're doing okay.
Peter, where, man?
You're doing good in the
I was just watching your show there, and I thought I had to call in me. Chris, can I ask you a question?
Anything.
Where does your football education come from? Like, how did you get into it? Like, do you know what I mean?
I went to MIT.
MIT?
Yeah.
What's MIT?
The university where they teach you how to watch football.
Fucking
hell, man! I've been watching football.
Did you get a degree in that?
Man. Fucking hell, man! I don't need to have my badges to know fucking football.
No, man. I mean, like I'll tell you my education. My education came from like my dad, my granddad, my brothers. You know what I mean? They dragged us through. Sundays,
I,
afternoons, watching football,
I
all
watch,
that stuff. Is that the same for you?
No. My dad was a scumbag, so I never had any inclination with him. Never had the time to talk football with him. But no, just watch football and watch pundits talk about football all the time, explaining things, and listening to managers, watching a lot of football, not just Newcastle, from all over the world. That teaches you a lot, man.
Right.
Trust me. Are you trying? What, so what you are you trying to take the
watching football does teach you a lot. I'll give you that.
There you go. So what you got to say, man? You calling me to try to school me, man?
No. I've always wondered how you got into football because you're American, so.
No, well, I'm South American as well. So
American football's the biggest over there. You know what I mean? So I was just wondering how you
he's talking about.
got into it.
Okay. So
he's initially from Peru.
I was born in Peru, so put football inside America.
Yeah. I understand that. So,
So
soccer's big in Peru as well. Yeah.
Football is big in Peru.
Well, that's why he supports Newcastle because of Solano.
Yeah.
Solano.
That's right, man.
Good choice.
And the greatest right wing we ever had. So, it's a few things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, best right winger.
Best right wing we ever had. You got it?
No, man. I'm just sure. I think that as well. But this Lewis, you're saying that Lewis Miley is going to be our permanent right back now.
I'm saying that. You see, that's why you gotta listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. That's not what I would do. Right. That's not what I like to do. He needs to go back in midfield, and if you got to take somebody out, take Joe Linton out, because you're not going to take the best players to now Bruno. But listen to me.
The only person, right, as of now, like this past couple of months, right, the only person that's coming out that midfield for Miley is Toon
No.
Simple as.
No, bunny lad. No. Yeah, I think you're.
Yeah, well, think about it. Right? Just think about it, right? Where does Eddie Howe play Miley when he needs to? No, he plays him as a 6. Who plays as a 6? Canali.
Yeah.
He's not going to put him in for Joe Linton. Joe Linton plays left of the 3.
Yeah, but that's if you believe in the. And
they sort of rotate as they go around the pitch, you know what I mean?
But that's if you...
And for to see Joe Linton didn't have a good game yesterday is crazy. Crazy.
Well, he has rescinded that.
But that's
I did say that earlier, but... Yeah, like...
Yeah, the way I see it is that there's a good chance Tonali could go back to Italy. If you listen to all the reports, there's a good chance Tonali can go back to Italy.
The Italians haven't got the money, man. They haven't got the money that we would want for Tonali. They just haven't got it.
Well, Juventus have.
Do you know what I mean? They can talk all they want about, he wants to come back and all that stuff. If you want him that bad, get your money out. Because we want double what we paid for him.
Yeah, but I think they might do, is what I'm saying. Juventus can't afford it. They're one of the few teams that can in it.
Well, so can Inter, so can Milan. Man, they can just pay. I mean, if you're trying to take the mick out of
the way I look at it is,
if Milan could afford it, Chris, they wouldn't have sold us Tonali in the first place.
They would have because they knew what was happening.
They knew what was coming round the corner.
I forgot about that. Sorry, I forgot. True. That's very true. That's a good point.
Yeah. So
the way I'm looking at what Eddie's doing right now is he's looking ahead and thinking if Livramento does go to Man City, as is being widely mooted, then he's got Miley ready-made to go there. Livramento, you've got Hall at left back. Now let's assume Livramento doesn't go. Then you've got a situation where you can play Miley right back, Livramento left back, which, by the way, I think when Livramento was left back, we played some of our best football. And then Lewis Hall, he can go forward and replace J7, who's getting long in the tooth. That's the way. That's the way I see his long-term thinking. I think he thinks he's gonna. If he loses Livramento, either way, Miley goes right back, and if he doesn't lose,
Trippier as well.
If he doesn't lose Livramento, then Miley's still right back, but Livramento goes to left back, and Lewis Hall goes up into the midfield instead of being left back. He goes up to the left of midfield. And that, to me, is not a bad plan B.
No, it is a horrible plan. It is a horrible plan.
Me personally, with Lewis Miley dropping into the back four as a right back, the only person that this is going to hurt is Dan Burn. Because now Dan Burn's only got one spot.
Yeah, well, we shouldn't be worried about.
Yeah, but that's to me.
Of course it does. That's the only spot he needs. What was all this worrying about?
I know that. I don't like him left back. I don't like him left back. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is if Lewis Miley's going to be seen as a right back for the rest of the season, if thingy goes, then Dan Burn's suffering because.
How's Dan Burn?
If we need
I didn't care. It ain't my job to worry about Dan Burns' feelings, man. What's the matter with you? What's good?
I do as well.
You can't just kick people to the side, man. He's done good for Dan Burns.
I'm not. Who's talking about getting kicked to the side? He's a center back, so either he plays good at center back and gets. Trust me, Shar is doing all right, but he'll probably, he can fight for that spot still.
But
he's a center back, man. So it's and again, it's a horrible game plan, PDK, about Lewis Miley playing right back. And if Livramento leaves, we got a right back anyway. Don't worry. No, if Livramento leaves, we're desperate to get a right back. We don't need to. Lewis Miley's not a right back.
Well, we get a better right back than Miley's doing.
If Livramento leaves this month, then why is Trippier not playing there?
Because he's apparently hurt.
Well,
he was on the bench yesterday.
Trips is back. Trips is back.
But
Trips is getting long in the tooth. Trips kind of plays.
I know, but I'm not seeing for 5 years. I'm seeing for the next 4 or 5 months, and then in the summer replace Tino. Tino if he's gone to Man City.
Well, we will need a replacement right back regardless.
The only thing that it's doing for Miley, in my eyes, in my opinion, is it's giving him a defensive education. So when he's playing as a 6, he's defensively aware because he's played in the defence as a right back. So he gets that, do you know what I mean? He gets that defensive awareness about him.
Yeah.
One big
because
thing.
he does get run past when he plays a 6. He does get run past because he's ball watching.
One thing about,
you know what I mean? But playing him as a right back, that's giving him that education where he can scan pictures better and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Which is, as I said that earlier,
it's good education. But as for playing him there permanently for the rest of the season, if Tino goes, no.
One thing that we need to look for, that we need to analyze is if we lose Tino. If we lose Tonali, of course we're gonna need replacements, no doubt about that. But we got a bigger problem than we are realizing. We got a bigger problem than we are realizing because this whole nonsense that Wynn's been talking about, everything is already, you will finish in Europe, we'll win games, all that. It's irrelevant if the players don't believe in the project and they're willing to leave. And it's easy to come here and say, as a Geordie, because a lot of you say this, if they don't want to play for Newcastle, we don't care. You can get your pride and swallow it. Because if players don't believe in the project and start wanting to leave and start trying to use Newcastle as a stepping stone, this project is dead. Deader than a dead thing in dead land. Or something like that.
The last person that said that.
Deader than a dead duck in dead land.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the last person that said that was horrifically wrong.
Proven
True.
exactly. Proven horrifically wrong.
Yeah, about a takeover.
Amen.
But you cannot deny
about the takeover. Yeah, but that's
but
not
you
very
can't-
good saying when you're saying it.
What I'm saying, well, you cannot deny that if the best players are leaving because they choose other projects over this one. Then
But how do you think? Right. Do you know the players that were bought?
Yeah.
The players that we've bought since the takeover. Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't class players, was it, when we bought them? No. They became class players. So if Tonali does want to leave, and we do get good money for him, what's saying that we can't go out and buy a player and make him class again?
But who's going to do that? Eddie Howe?
I'm saying
Well, whoever's in charge, the coach, at that time. Do you know what I mean? It's swings and roundabouts football. It's like the Isaac thing. Everyone, he's like this, he's like that. You don't want to play for it. Leave.
Exactly.
But do it the right way.
And also exactly.
But I cannot see Tonali kicking up a fuss about wanting to go back to, what do you call it, Italy.
No, and I agree with that as well. I don't think that he's spat his dummy out because he was asked to play right back at West Ham. I think that's a load of nonsense.
No, that is nonsense. That is nonsense.
See, he's about to be a dad, isn't he? He's about to be
he is a dad.
Which that has, by the way, that has a lot of stress related to that. People don't think about that.
No. I'm sure. I don't think he's got a child yet. I think she's pregnant, isn't she?
No.
I think she popped.
No, she had the baby.
She's had the baby.
I think she popped already.
She has, nearly sure.
So
anyway,
this is my take on it. It can either go the same way as Bruno, where the Tonali feels at home. He's had his child in England, in the northeast. Everything's good, and he starts kicking on. Or he wants to see his family with his new child in Italy. That's the only two. I think that's the two ways that's probably going to go.
The only difference there, of course, is that
it's a shame. It's a shame because he's a cracking player, but to say that we can't get anyone like him,
well, we can't.
Is a bit.
We can't. You're gonna get Declan Rice. You can get if you want to get Declan Rice. Yeah, I agree with you.
No,
but we can't.
No, but you're talking about replacing him with
of course,
like a superstar straight away. But we don't do that. We don't buy superstars.
But if you don't, then you're just buying a promise, and then now we got a year or two to develop him, and now we're knackered. We're not in that position to be getting into the. We're not an academy team, man.
But Chris, we're not in the position to go out and pay 100 million on a midfielder. And because we paid 100 million for this midfielder, he's going to be £100 million player.
But we were in a position. But we were in a position to spend 80 odd million on a striker. So we did it.
Well, I mean, that's because we had to.
Well, of course. Because so now, but if Tonali leaves, we have to. If Tonali leaves, we have to.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. We got mainly.
But we spent. Right. Here's the thing. That exact scenario. We spent £80 million on Walter Mortar because we got 125 million for Isaac. We get 100 and odd million for Sandro. We'll go and buy a £90 million replacement.
And by the way, not only do you got of course you got the money to pay for it. Who is out there to replace?
I do agree with that. That
because Rice ain't leaving. You need a midfielder. You need a midfield, a top midfielder like Tonali. Rice ain't leaving Arsenal. Caicedo ain't leaving Chelsea. Caicedo ain't leaving. Listen, do Juan Jordi to get through in 20,000 years, man. Relax, bro. You know, really.
Tonali's better than Caicedo, right?
No doubt about it. No doubt. I'm saying, those players that you paid a lot of money for. He's better than Caicedo and equal as Declan Rice. But you're gonna have to. Who are you gonna get? McAllister from Liverpool. All the big clubs got the best midfielders. They're not gonna leave the big clubs to come to us. So who's out there that you can pay?
You're finally learning.
No, I've been saying that forever, but whatever. Who
We
are
are
we?
where we are.
No.
Yeah. By the way, Chris, who advised you to wear Spurs shirt, right?
Spurs shirt. It's not a Spurs shirt, man. These are
What are them little things on there?
these are
They
cocktail
They
glasses.
definitely
The
look
cocktail
like
glasses.
the cocktail glasses. Oh, I
Cocktail
say.
glasses. There you go.
All right,
There
they
you
look
go,
like
man.
the thing standing on the bar.
This shirt costs 150 quid, man. You know, so it's got
Uh,
cocktail.
Wait, dollars.
They saw you coming, obviously. PD
Yeah,
came, by the way.
He had a big sign on his head, didn't he? Walking in the shop.
Mug. PDK, you're doing very
What?
well in the prediction league, son. You're up to third.
I know, mate. I was close to getting the correct score yesterday as well.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I'm after Jeff as me.
Aye,
Oh,
good for
boy.
you. Everybody should be after Jeff.
I'm coming for him.
They're coming for
I'm
him,
in
man.
between. I'm in between Jeffers and Roy. Wow. We should get pictures, shouldn't we?
I get some pictures, get some selfies.
Some selfies of me, Roy, there. Jeffers.
PDK, love you calling, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Have a good day, all right?
Yeah, I love the show, lad. Love you.
Are we going to see you in January?
It is January. Next January.
No. I mean, when Chris comes over, are you going to come say hello?
I'm not coming to see Chris, man. You kind talk football to Chris.
Why is that?
And I know about basketball.
You can if you make sense. You can if you make sense.
Where do you live?
I'm joking,
Where do you live?
no.
Is it Peter? Is it?
Peter?
No, it's Paul, man. It's
Paul.
PDK, man.
Paul, where do you live?
Yeah. South Shields, win, come on.
Oh, South Shields.
Oh,
Right.
no wonder, man. All the South
Sand
Shields,
and
man.
Sunny South Shields.
They're in between.
I'm in between, me.
Yeah, no
I'm
wonder.
I'm
No
fighting
wonder you
all the
want
Martins
Eddie Howe
trying to
in.
get out of the water. I'm keeping all you safe.
Keeping them at beer. Good for
I'm keeping them on the other side of the weir.
That's good, man. Keep up the good work.
Good man. Good man.
Lovely PDK. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Do
Oh, go
you
on.
want me predictions for?
Yeah.
Can I give you my lineup for
Of course.
Lee?
Go ahead.
Right. I think he kind of dropped Miley, right? You can't drop Miley, and I don't think Tino's fully fit yet. So I'm going to go Pope, Miley, Chow, Botman, Hall, Chinali, Ramsey, Bruno. This whole Barnes-Gordon debate's annoying.
It isn't a debate, to be honest.
It is a debate. I'm in the camp of Super Sub Barnes.
Exactly.
me.
It isn't a debate. You're just wrong.
No, it's not wrong, Chris. It's not wrong. You look at his body of work compared to Gordon's. When Gordon starts, he turns up for the big games. He harasses the left back.
That's so sad.
The right back constantly all the time. He knackers them out. He gets them on a yellow card more often than not.
That's
and then
unbelievable.
Barnes comes
Player
on
of the
and does
season.
all the
then.
damage.
Player of the season. For all you talked about, player of the season.
So does that mean
Gordon?
does that mean they're starting Gordon?
No. I'm starting Gordon. I'm
Right.
starting Gordon now.
There you
And
go.
then
I'm starting Gordon. I'm starting Walter Maida, even though I didn't like Walter Maida. And Barnes on the right.
Right.
If Murphy's injured,
So you're not keeping Barnes for the super sub, but you're not starting him on the left.
no. If Murphy's not fit because he went off, didn't he? That's why Joe Pillar came on. So
Joe Pillock.
if he, so if he's not well, like if he's not fit enough, then Barnes can start the right wing. But if he is fit enough, then bring Murphy, start Murphy. keep Barnes for to hurt them.
What do you think about my theory that because Willock might be on his way to Palace, he deliberately missed that last goal?
No, I didn't subscribe to that. Like football, professional footballers, they want to miss goals. Definitely not, mate. They want them in. You know what I mean? Goal bonuses and everything. The greedy people, greedy.
And then
I think he was going too quick. He was running far too quick, and he just lost all sense of what he was doing and everything. He thought the corner flag was the post.
So that's your lineup then?
Yeah, and I'm going to go with. I'm going to save it for the prediction league.
There you go, man. Don't let nobody copy you.
Keep your powder.
Yeah,
I've noticed you're always last in.
Eh?
I've noticed you're always the last one in. You always get in just in the nick of time.
It's my tactic.
Anyway,
I'm
PDK, lovely.
I'm pleased everybody doesn't copy your tactic because I'd be knackered. Because if I was trying to put in all 37 at the last minute, it's a big job.
Yeah.
Everyone who's listening in the prediction league, last minute predictions, please
put them on last. PDK, thank you for calling, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much, lads. Enjoy yourselves. Love yous. Bye.
Ta-da,
PDK there, PDK. Call us now, folks. Have your say. 011-916-8864. Call us and have your say. We'll see. I think there is a feeling that Walter Mata will play next game. No, man. I say I want Walter Mata to play. I think he's better than Wissa. But I think that Eddie Howe needs to. The only way Eddie Howe learns is when he just, smashes his face in front of a wall. So, just let him learn and do what he did. I don't think Wissa did anything bad in particular. It's just that's not the solution. But it is what it is. Let him go on and keep trying Wissa and see what changes. See what changes. The biggest thing though,
MJ John was saying we need a petition for Barnes to play number 10, the Cole Palmer position.
I've been saying that forever, man. It's not new. It's not recognized. That's why this. Where do you learn football? What is all this and that? It's not rocket science. Play the twat. Simple, man.
That's my 4-3-2-1, where you drop a winger.
Thanks for copying me again, by the way.
In this case, it would be no. You couldn't understand the lineup if you remember.
No, you went to the Christmas tree. I said 4-2-3-1 is what I always choose.
No, I said 4-3-2-1.
Exactly, and I say 4-2-3-1.
Which is so you've still got a 3 in the midfield, and your 2-1 is Barnes and Walter Mata behind Wissa, and you drop a winger.
You're dropping Gordon then?
Yeah. Or play Gordon on the right.
Oh man, if that's how you treat your friends, don't treat me don't call me a friend, please. As much as you've been defending Gordon just to drop him, it makes no sense.
That's because we're playing 4-3-3. I want to get Wissa and Walter Mata in the team, so I'd play 4-3-2-1.
4-2-3-1 is the best lineup we can play with a good 10, either Walter Mata or Harvey Barnes, because Barnes will go on the left. I know Barnes on the left, Walter Mata or Wissa is a 10, and I would put Gordon on the right. I'll put Gordon on the, I think Gordon can have a brilliant games on the right, but again, we gotta worry about Gordon's feelings and how he feels. Would you like that, man? Yeah, okay. Not the actions don't show that, bunny lad. Actions don't show that. So we shall see. Some comments here. There's more of a chance seeing Wissa and Walter Messi together if Juventus gives it David and Duslan for Tonali. Why? What's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with anything? Just put the two. Let's stop making excuses, man. They both need to play with each other. They both need to play with each other.
When they're both fully fit, yes, and they will. And when we've got an alternative on the bench. Again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Osula.
He's probably going to be sold.
Frankfurt. Well,
He's
haven't
probably
seen anything definitive. Eddie was asked about it, and he said it would be definitely with a buyback clause or a loan, one of the two. And Frankfurt said in the summer they weren't interested in that deal.
They're probably going to go. There's been rumors now that they are coming for Osula, even if he's hurt. So I say sell Osula. I'm not losing my sleep over Osula. And get another. So you got Sean Neve there. If they get hurt and everything goes so bad where both strikers go down, you got Sean Neve there.
Yeah, but Sean
the odds that everybody will be hurt and disaster will strike and all of that rubbish are 0 to none.
Except historically, that's exactly what happens to the two. And look at this season. All the defenders getting crocked at the same time. 3 right backs, a centre back, 2 centre backs, and a left back, all crocked at the same time. What's the odds of that happening? Almost impossible.
And that's why when something like that happens, then you make your makeshift right back, like we did. You make your you start making situations.
And then that
nobody's criticizing that.
What happens then is you get the results that we've had at the start of the season.
No, man.
Which is what you're whinging about.
In-game management and giving up leads, that's got nothing to do with Livramento not playing, man. Or Hull. Come on, man. That's a team thing. Yeah. Phone in now, 0191-916-8864. Call us now and have your say. MC Jono says, I'd rather we loan Osula to a championship club for a remainder of the season. Jake and Ryan says, Osula, Willock, and Trippier are the only 3 for sale at the moment. Toon Assassin Blahovic is on the way. Too much money for Newcastle, something like
427,000 euros a week.
A week. Never going to happen. Not to be on the bench.
He definitely have to take a pay cut. There's no doubt about that.
Unless he ain't coming here to be a bench player.
Unless Juventus.
If he ain't coming here to be a bench player. That's the thing. And you would.
I disagree with that. I think you're saying anybody. You say you prove your worth and you're in the team.
That's naive, man. These players are not coming in for that, man. They know when they're coming to a team if they're going to be a starter or not. They know what's happening. Matter of Walter Mata came to Newcastle probably thinking he was going to take Isak's place. Didn't think about the cult making Wissa their new savior. Regardless,
when Walter Mata signed, Isak had already been sold.
Exactly. So he came in thinking he was Isak's replacement. And again, I don't know why you try to contradict me or when we're speaking the same thing. And then, but to be fair, Walter hasn't proved himself enough to say that I'm going to start. Blahovic, he's done a few things in football, man. So he's not coming here to be Wissa's replacement. Gary Moan calling us now from Newcastle upon Tyne. Gary Moan, how are you? Hey, Gary, I never asked you, man. Gary, I never asked you, what part of Newcastle are you? Oh, yeah, I think I have asked you, actually. Don't you live right by the Tyne Bridge?
No, but not far from it.
Yeah.
I live when it's sort of east side of Newcastle is, the east end. If you look across the river, I kind of live there. So it's a place called Heaven. It's on the south shore of the
That's as close as
river.
That's as close as you're going to get to it.
It's like directly across from Newcastle.
There you go. That's
Straight
as close as
from
Win is going to
Baker
get to
and
it.
Walker.
Oh, what happened to Marco, man? Marco from Walker, he never calls us no more. Anyway, Gary, what do you think, mate?
Well, I feel a lot better after yesterday's game than I did the week before. And I've been sort of watching things on the internet and like listening to people talk, and I realised that these things, you know, when like we've all been down in the dumps and everybody's screaming for Eddie Howe out and all this type of stuff. Get rid of this player and get rid of that player and all that rubbish, right? And it's what happens is, I think, if people are just getting caught up in the moment, and then now if you look at the league table, and we've put a couple of results together, all of a sudden, we're kind of like right in the heels of top 5. All right, and the Champions League place. And I was thinking about it last night, and I thought, you know what, we're going to come good, because I've seen now the difference with us making. We look far more capable of scoring goals now than we did before he was actually there running the front end of the team. And we look now with him in that we can score virtually any time we go forward, which I like. So I think it's all looking good, you know, for the rest of the season. I really do. And I'm starting to feel far more positive, and realising, because I'm a bit negative about Eddie, and last time I was talking to you was on this show, I was saying that I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. But you start with her and give the front line and the people up front something there in the middle in the penalty area, and it just changes the whole complexion of the team, and we look like a far more potent force. I think we're going to be all right, you know. I can see we're getting back into the top 5, top 4.
Yeah, me too.
Let me think the super chats. Waza says, hey Daddy Deck, your mic is not right, very mono. I think maybe talking to you, I'm not sure. When
Well, we had some problems when we started, didn't we?
Well, that's just the reason super chat, by the way. Gavin Fuller, what happened with the stat and Gordon starting against Barnes starting? I don't know. But when you know, he's a Gordon.
I had a quick scout to see if I could get those. It's a deep dive, which I will do.
He's a Gordon sexual, so he's not going to.
Because the only way to do it is to actually go through the matches game by game, find out who started, because otherwise it's not a 2-minute job to see all Barnes' goals.
You know my view, and I think you do as well, Chris. I've always said, and I still do now, that I would pick Barnes before I would pick Gordon. Every time. The guy is so much more productive than Gordon is. And if you notice, I think at the end of that season, you can remember when Barnes started getting these regular games towards the end of last season. He was like a starter for a while. I think, was Gordon injured? There was a reason for it anyway.
Gordon was suspended.
Right. Well, anyway, Barnes was in, and all of a sudden he was putting goals in. And Isak, you could see in his body language, Isak was getting cheesed off, right? Because every time he thought he was going to score a goal, Barnes was nipping in, or instead of laying the ball off to Isak for to tap it in, Barnes would score himself. And I think it cheese them off, but Barnes will do this. And if you notice how when Barnes gets in the penalty area and gets central, he doesn't get in the way, right? He gets in good positions where Gordon doesn't. And Barnes just makes more happen all the time, and he's far more capable of scoring a goal. And I would I would pick Barnes, and I think now with Barnes, if we play regular Barnes and Wissa up front, I think we're going to our form is going to really pick up, because Barnes is a real class player, he really is. He makes a massive difference, and if once he's feels part of the team and he's making his contribution, it's a big contribution, and Wissa's going to benefit from it. But I agree with what you said about Valdemada. I think I would drop Gordon and I would play Valdemada and Wissa at the same time.
Your mic is breaking up the more you speak, but you said you would play who? Wissa over Valdemada, I'm assuming?
Yeah, well, yes, we're just talking about it, and I think Wynn said that he would drop Gordon and to play Valdemada and Wissa. And I think I agree with him.
Yeah. You're breaking up.
Gary, you're breaking up badly there, mate.
You're breaking up badly. We cannot hear you, so we'll have to let you go. But good text, though. Good text, mate. Happy New Year, buddy.
It's a bad line. It's a bad line. But I'll catch you later, okay?
Catch you later.
Mate. Have a good one. That was Gary Mon there. Unfortunately, we had bad connection at the end. And I mean, but he does have mistakes, and he likes Wissa. We'll see what happens with Wissa up front. By the way, Newcastle United making a statement as of now, making some breaking news, and they say we are this. Oh, actually, we're gonna have to show this one because it is important. And when the club speaks, we shall show what's going on, and you will be seeing it on your screen. And now, Newcastle United saying right now, we are disgusted by racist abuse received by Joe Willock on Instagram on Sunday evening, following our win over Crystal Palace. Joe received several direct messages from an Instagram account that included racial slurs and deeply disturbing threats of violence towards Joe and his family. Sadly, Joe has faced this before. Each time we have acted quickly to support him, and that has been our immediate priority again. We have swiftly reported this matter to the police and will fully support any investigation to identify the person responsible and hold them accountable wherever they are. Important key there, wherever, support the scroll. Important part, wherever they are, because literally, I'm telling you, you read this, it doesn't seem like these people are, or this person or whoever is even, regardless, it's not warranted, it's not welcome. But it doesn't seem like it's a Geordie wouldn't be. It's not a Geordie writing that up. You can tell by it. This can only happen with meaningful action from Meta, Instagram's owners. We urge Meta to give the police all the information they need to identify the perpetrator and to do so quickly. Removing content and applying message filters is not enough. Social media companies must do more to protect users and support the prosecution of those who seek to break the law on their platforms. We stand firmly with Joe and anyone else who faces this kind of abuse. That's Newcastle United Football Club coming up with a statement after these racist remarks towards Joe Willock. It's very, very sad that this goes on. And that's the first time, though, that happens to Joe Willock. I don't know. I mean...
Bad news. Bad news. Just catch them. Catch them.
Just catch them and, and try to do as much as you can as far as punishing is concerned. But that is what's going on at the moment, ladies and gents. That's the latest from Newcastle United. Willock always tries to. Michael says Willock always tries to respect that. Wish him all the best or whatever. So there you go. Some star comments here from this whole show. Well, Chappie, thank you, Chappie, for being a member for 11 months. Folks, thank you for being a member for 11 months. That's a long time. I think 12 months you get a new badge. So there you go. Says, I'll miss the game on Wednesday because I'm on my monthly quiz. There you go. Mighty Wayne used to have a quiz. Now he's knackered.
Every week. He could be coming back.
Yeah, well, you ain't going anywhere because, you got to be here. But anyway, that was an entitled statement. I sounded entitled then. I sounded entitled. By the way, I have a meeting at 4 p.m. UK about something to do with membership. Hopefully we can do something for members. So stay tuned and become a member of the NTTV Plus tier, or upgrade. If you have an upgrade if you are not, because the one thing that's for certain, this new year starting, that the lower tier of £2 is going away. So, and that could be any time. So if you don't upgrade now, then you're not going to have a membership. You'll just have to sign up again. But we're trying to do things for members because we haven't been so much as of late. And you have to get something in return for you to sign up. I'm a firm believer of that. And we're working on something that's valuable for you. So sign up and upgrade your membership. So stay tuned because the lower tier is, we mentioned it before as well. We just didn't do it. But more than likely now, not more than likely, it will be going away. The first tier. So either upgrade or sign up to the second tier. We're going to have a meeting soon about things like that and what to do to improve. And if you have any suggestions about what we should do for members, anything that you see valuable, anything that you see maybe other channels do it, I know a lot, like Tony was saying, he watches other Premier League shows, other Premier League channels, etc. Anything you have in mind, let us know. Email me at chris@nufctalk.tv. Any suggestions, we are open to anything out there because we want to bring as much as we can for members. So we appreciate you because you are literally what keep us going forward. Members that renew their membership, of course, super chats as well. We got one there coming in, Mighty Win. That last super chat from Trapaton. There's another one that called Trapatoni, but it looked like a different picture. If we catch momentum, can finish top 5 in Premier League and be solid playoffs team in Champions League. Just think, not with 4-3 Barnes. Put it up again. 4-3 Barnes should be tired as a second striker. Tried. There you go. Sorry.
He's tired as a starter.
Yeah, okay. That's the agenda. The agenda as usual. The agenda. So there you go. Let's see more comments here. Barnes not starting still is criminal, by the way. Gavin Fuller, let's win 5 on the trot before we get too excited. Exactly. Agree with that. I agree with that. No, you don't, because you're getting at me for not being excited. So which one is it? Again, flip-flopping, man. Stop flip-flopping. And stop stealing my ideas. 4-2-3-1.
That'll be the deal when I steal your
3-1. James Cuff, we definitely turned the ball over quite a lot yesterday, and I think because it's happened a lot recently, it's highlighted more than usual. But it was quite a solid performance yesterday, in my opinion.
Well, Cuff, I just think that's been one of the major problems we've had all season. It wasn't just yesterday. We did it less yesterday, actually, than we've done previously in the season, because our major problem is inability to keep hold of the ball in the midfield. 5 and 10 yard passes going astray. It's been ridiculous. And the only thing that's been a bit more noticeable the last few games is that very untypically, Tonali's been one of the players guilty of doing that, which up until the last month, let's say, Tonali was one of the few players who rarely, if ever, gave the ball away, unless he was trying a particularly offensive ball. His close passing has been impeccable up to now, but lately it just seems to have gone off the boil.
More comments here. Toon Assassin, here's some names, some places in England with funny names. Shitterton, Wet One. That can't be it. Wet One can't be it. No way.
Yeah.
Nether Wallop. I don't know what that is. These don't seem like English
Yeah,
names.
proper place names. I'll send
Trudy,
you I'll send you a map. Funny enough, coming from John O'Groats through Twat.
Bitchfield.
You can go right away from John O'Groats to London, going through some pretty damn double entendre place names.
Lee Mag, Chris, what do you think about Wynn saying Dan Byrne was our best player yesterday? Well, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Original guy says Wynn's shirt celebrated his 94th birthday at the weekend. There
93rd.
You go. Ryan, love all the drama as a Newcastle fan. There you go, man.
You're never short of that as a Newcastle fan, are you?
Tony says, so Chris could have been a voter. I could have, I guess, because of Nobi. But he didn't have the same feeling, though. It didn't have the same feeling. Matter of fact, I don't think Villa treats Nobi as Newcastle treats Nobi. So, I mean, it's just.
Well, that's why he's still here. Well, effectively.
Still, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Michael, you don't take any 3 mids out, take Murphy out and play Miley. That was actually a very good take from Michael. It could be, or just take a winger out and put him lower and run midfield. That would be brilliant to play Miley. It's they used to play in old school days, man. It's the right-sided midfielder going somewhat up and down, and it doesn't have to be a fullback. But
super chat from Wazza there saying for your suggestions for members, hire the stack for all members, hire a band and do a quiz.
Yeah, we definitely want to do something that that is meaningful. Multiple things that are meaningful to to fans. Can't say too much because we gotta have meetings and stuff like that. But I just I want it to be worth it. And that way you stay signed up and you maintain and you like it and you enjoy it, you look forward to it. That's exactly what we need to do. We are somewhat limited on YouTube on what we can do. So that's the biggest hurdle for us because we do winning stuff that's really cool. That's we may have to discuss on doing membership Patreon stuff. Like I think True Faith, once I had a conversation with Alex, they do their stuff on Patreon. YouTube is pretty hard to do things on YouTube, although we tend to be very lenient and try to just go with the wind and ride on. But for you to be a member, you kind of have to be able to enjoy it and go back to it and watch it on replay and on demand. And I think that's why they do Patreon over there, True Faith, and other people have their own website and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a situation, but also takes you out of the YouTube easy app to scroll, and that's also a detriment. So it's give or take, but give us ideas, and we'll be working on more and more things to add, and as long as they're feasible, we're willing to make it work. So there you go. Gary's just upgraded his membership to the NTTV Plus. Upgrade, folks, upgrade. We're trying to make it as cheap as possible, but of course, to bring you things, we may have to spend on either people or new things or new stuff. So that is also it's a big thing. It's a big thing now, man. You got to take a lot of things in consideration, as you would know. But I know that a lot of you are supporters of the channel and like what we do and enjoy what we do, and you will continue to support. So there you go. I got a few meetings. So matter of fact, we got a meeting at 3 p.m. right now. So we got to call it a day. And we'll be back at it tonight, 8 p.m. UK, folks. Join us. We'll be live, 8 p.m. early night show, and then late night show.
The lads.
Highway the lads. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.